Hello, and welcome back to Inquisitor Martyr. Last time we ended up finishing off our Ivory Void Crusade, and it turns out that the season ended. So this is no longer a seasonal character. We would have started the Crusader, but the game wouldn't let me make the character. Every time I'd get some error code for a name. So I went from making Roman-sounding names to literally naming him Ham. And the game was like, nah, you can't do that. So, until that gets fixed, which could be anywhere from being fixed in 2 hours to 2 weeks, we're going to keep playing with this guy. The update added the Sororitas. I've said before, I'm not really interested in playing as a Sororitas. I don't like how they messed with the weapons to make, like, weapons that take up both weapon slots. But it's like a chainsword and a bolt pistol instead of just letting you use a chainsword and a bolt pistol separately. So it's really weird stuff like that. Last I heard, the class was still stupidly overpowered in some aspects, which as much as I've said before, as much as I like that whole power fantasy of just walloping enemies, it does take away from the fun. I like to be challenged more than just breezing through things. When that happens, I start to get really bored. But the good part about this update, if you read that special effect, chance to trigger Thunderbolt of Authority. So they have now made it where some of the older seasonal effects are now showing up just as passives. Which I'm really happy for because these weapons really needed them. Yeah, we'll just mulch that. That sword kind of sucked anyways. But in the meantime... Oh, there was another thing. This next character, we won't have to go through the story again. The game now finally lets you just skip the campaign. You get spit out right at the end of the prophecy storyline. You pick a morality, we're gonna go Puritan, because it's the better option, unfortunately. Actually, now that I say that, I want to check. Is morality... Is this stuff any better, or... How's it going? Because I had hoped that in this time they buffed the radical path. No, it all still blows, okay. I can't really say I'm surprised. Let's just start knocking out some Ordo missions. Oh yeah, it combines the progress. So these guys are already done. I just have to do Ordo Hereticus. Man, that's weird. What's the store look like then? You can just straight up buy relics now. I can't say that's bad. Yeah, it's not bad, realistically. Because I was about to say, oh, does it kind of take away from the fun of finding stuff? And no, it really doesn't. It's not like I'm suddenly like going, oh, well now there's no reason for me to do anything. No, these were set every, like, day. And those aren't that good. So I still have incentive to just run stuff. Ooh. New shard. Of course I'm gonna buy I'm air quoting here, new. Because it isn't new, it's an old one. But I never got any. during Season of the Inferno, for some reason, I just got hoed. So that means from now on, doing Void Crusades, opening up these shard chests is going to be really worthwhile, because now we have new shards to collect. So I'm pretty interested here. This could be pretty fun. Yeah, let's jump into an Ordo mission. Got a purge. We should probably run the panic room first, because assassination and purge are easy. And this one is just the one that I'm like, oh, this is gonna suck, isn't it? No incentive to boost for champions anymore. Now it's all just kind of to collect stuff. Actually, yeah, we'll do Archaeotech shards. Inoculator use is disabled. That kinda sucks. Not gonna lie. Short of that, we'll just do our usuals. God, those champions are gonna be moving fast. Oh, time limit. Okay. Oh yeah, because it's VIP. It's nice to finally have the game just flat out say, oh no, this has to be one of our normal tarot card changes because it's getting time per kill. Okay, that's completely doable. Oh yeah, because I changed the equipment. Yep. I was about to say, is my build different? Because I don't remember rocking double, like, siloys. But yeah. I'm slowly piecing it together. But like I said, when we can finally make a character, we'll start doing a seasonal run with the Crusader. Crusader's gonna be real easy, because he's just Unga Bunga Smash Man. There's literally no higher brain thought going into his playstyle, which is fun. I'll just grab Flamethrower, probably Heavy Plasma Gun, and just flatten everyone I see. Man, I really like being able to rotate my camera. You would not believe how much it bugs me when I'm playing Diablo and I cannot just rotate my camera to see things. I grew so accustomed in this to just be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna look around this corner. Whoop. Instead of just being locked to this direction and being told, yeah, you're gonna have to just deal with it. I do wonder, though, how long this season is going to last. Because we had it for one of the seasons, like Season 3, I think, was like a year. Because they just would never update the game. But my question is, are they going to update the game anytime soon? Now? Because now we have everything PC has. I think we might still be a season or two behind. But that's an update that you can kind of passively run in the background, and then at certain dates you just have these things roll over, so there's next to no personal input on those. I would like to shoot the door, please. But so you have that. But we don't have any new characters outside of now the Sororitas, but I don't think they're going to add any more. Or at least I haven't seen anything. And And at this point, I think this game is old enough that I think the devs are like, yeah, we're just gonna sunset this. Realistically, if I was the devs, I would sunset it. Simply because you could probably make a new game and learn from what you've done, iterate on it, make a better game. Yeah, it sucks for anybody getting in to be on the tail end, but the game's still here, and that's kind of the important thing. I'm just curious is all. Because we're at a kind of a weird point with this game. I've been seeing it on sale recently, and they're doing some pretty cheap sales, knocking off a lot of the price for it. And so you look at that and you have to go, okay, is this game kind of on its way out? Admittedly, I think it still competes with Diablo. I know when I finish the story for Diablo, I want to do, like I've done with other games, kind of a retrospective, to spend 10-15 minutes at the end just kind of talking about how my experience has been. But I think right now I can talk a little bit, like I said, simple things like the camera, swivel. I haven't experienced any of the end game, even on my main character, because I just haven't played a lot. But also because stuff like world bosses are a higher difficulty, which on one hand I understand. On the other hand, I really hate it, because at least I think it's a higher difficulty. Otherwise it's all like you have to beat the story, and it's like I'd rather have, as you progress through the story, like world bosses kind of start to dot the areas. Either way, I don't like it, because I like being able to see all the new stuff as it's coming, as opposed to be like, oh hey, it's somewhere, just keep going, maybe you'll find it. The gear customization I'm not a fan of in Diablo. Realistically, Inquisitor really spoiled us, because we can sit here and go, oh, I'm gonna re-roll every trait, and then I'm going to re-roll the number until I get what I want. And the only thing is you just have to burn resources and money on integrity, which you could really just get rid of the integrity, and you're still having to burn a ton of resources to re-roll stats. And that's fine by me. If they got rid of integrity, I wouldn't care. I just find it kind of amusing that Diablo... I've said it before with games, I think what happened with Diablo 4 is the devs kind of got fed that, hey, you can't look at the competitors kind of thing. At least I hope that's what it is, because I can blame incompetent leadership for that, but if it was, and this would be the worst one, oh, we don't need to look at the competitors, we're fine, we're great, we made Diablo. At that point, I would be terrified, because that arrogance never helps devs. That's the kind of thing that helped kill Anthem. Because the devs sat there and they're like, oh, don't worry guys, the BioWare magic will fix things. It's like, no, never rely on any external crap like that. Oh, don't worry, we always pull through. Maybe you should just not get to this position where you have to rely on that, what more or less is a oh shit mentality, where you're realizing, oh, we're actually in like crunch time, we need to get this done now. Sadly, that's what happened, and we lost Anthem. I still wish they'd make a sequel. I know EA is like, oh, the game didn't make $1 gazillion, well, we don't care anymore. which sucks because it had cool ideas. Admittedly, I didn't like the whole elemental casting. Sci-fi space magic gets real tiring in games. At least, like Mass Effect explained biotics instead of just the crap they pulled in Anthem where there's like, yeah, you just control the Anthem, you can shoot lightning. Can you give me a little more explanation, please? For all intents and purposes, it's space magic. Let's see what that plasma caliber... Yeah, I still have to actually level this up. I kind of forgot about that. And that one's not good at all, okay. I do like the favoriting option, but I can't see myself ever using it. Hey, another warp shard. Cool. It's such a minor thing, but it always feels rewarding to be able to just find like another shard here and be able to just plunk that into the list. I don't know how much I'm really going to use like those. The Magistratus shards I think are going to be really good. Because if you take, especially those in-weapon ones, 2% chance to release a Thunderbolt of Authority on hit, all you have to do is have a full auto weapon. And you can roll those Thunderbolts real fast. In Other, I think is the biggest waste, but otherwise that's going to be good. Inferno, that's going to be good on any weapon that does heat damage, but it's still only going to be a few percent. Oh, so they're all just 61. Okay, whatever, we'll just grab one then. Yeah, that's all doable. So I saw a lot of people talking about the ball, the sphere. I think it's the sphere in Las Vegas. It's a gigantic $2 billion building where it's a giant ball covered in like LCD screens so that it can display whatever. First off, they said, oh, it's unhackable, which, give it a month, someone's going to post. Someone's going to hack it and have that thing displaying some real raunchy stuff. I guarantee it. You are better off never saying something is unhackable. Because when you do, that's just a challenge to people. If you don't say anything, the people who are bored enough won't try anything. But once you put that challenge out, then they really get into it. But there was images of it and footage where it was displaying a giant eye. So it's an eyeball with some skin for the eyelids. And all I could think, because some people were going, oh, that's terrifying, I'd freak out. What I think would be great is if when it did that, it would just swivel and look right at like a street corner or something where a lot of people are. And then just blink a couple times and just stare. So that those people who are, you know, a little drunk, since you can drink on the street there, or, you know, they're enjoying something else, they can just freak out and have this eyeball staring at them. I think that'd be funny. I just also think it's neat. There are people who complain about it, and it's it's such a mixed thing, because I get where some people are coming from. Yes, it was like a $2.4 billion project. That's a lot of money. On the other hand, it does boost the economy. Instead of having that money just sit and do nothing, it's going to contractors, it's going to the people installing it, the people who designed it, the companies that made the parts, and then it's going to factory workers, so on and so forth. So it's not like it just ended right there. And, I mean, come on, it's Vegas. If there's gonna be some place that does some really goofy stuff, it's gonna be there. And I'm all for it. Not like they have to worry about a lot. Don't have to really worry about snow or hail. The place is kind of just one weather pattern. But I think it's neat. I think it's a better use of money than half the crap you see coming out of Dubai. They're not making some stupid gold-covered tower. Man, now that I think about that gold tower thing, that sounds like something you'd expect in, like, an Elder Scrolls game. Admittedly, the tower in the center of Cyrodiil in the Imperial City, I think that was the white gold tower. But, you know, same kind of concept of just like, this is a little just feeding an ego. Oh, that is that's a decimator. Was not expecting a word bearer's decimator to be here. That's kind of cool. Here, I was expecting just a Lehman Russ. I need to go to my hobby shop. I need to see if they have any cool stuff like this in the second-hand bin. I forget how fast some of these missions are. Just like, oh yeah, go wipe these guys out, and you just walk through zapping them. The funny part is, if I had Thunderbolt of Authority, these missions would go even faster. Because I'd just be melting guys left and right. Hey, Inferno 3! Okay, 7% on 3, that's not bad. So you can kind of assume... you can't because it's damage. You can assume it for these. Oh, that's actually... Oh no, okay, yep. So it goes 2, 4, 7. I was about to... For some reason, I thought that was like a 5 or a 6. I was like, hey, what's with the lower progression? But no, that's good progression still. We'll just have to wait and see, though, because that'll be interesting. I wish we'd get new Psalm codes, but I get they're a little harder to build around. So... Plus, you can do a lot, but you're really banking on a lot of slots at the same time. Meanwhile, shards are just like, yeah, just shove it somewhere and have fun. But that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button, helps out the channel a lot, and if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.